Alrighty, welcome back to another edition of Achievement College. This is Aussie Gamer 17 and this is my step-by-step guide to getting you that gamer score. Today we're playing Daggerhood, a fun little retro style action platformer brought to you by Woblyware. In this video I'm going to show you how to get all of the achievements for a full 1000 gamer score, and it shouldn't take you more than 20 to 30 minutes. If you enjoy this guide and want to see more like it, remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe and post a comment. All of that stuff helps out the channel. You could also show your support on my Patreon page. A link is in the video description. In order to get all of the achievements, you're only going to have to play the first 12 levels. In each of the levels, we need to collect all 5 treasures, find the fairy and obtain a 3-star rating by passing the level within the required time. However, we don't need to do all 3 in a single playthrough. On some of the levels, we will collect the treasures and the fairy on one playthrough and then beat the time in another playthrough. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to get some gamer score. Let's go! And here's level 1. It really is just a little tutorial. You can read all the little signs teaching you how to press the A button to jump and press the A button again to double jump, all that sort of thing, wall jumps, all of that. But really all you need to do is make it to the end of the level. It's almost impossible to miss any of the pickups, and you only have to make it to the end within 1 minute. That's learning how to teleport with your little dagger. Teleport across there to get the fairy, grab all 5 treasures directly in front of us, and then make it to the end. And we'll get our first few achievements. Plenty of time to spare. So we don't need to replay this level. One run through this level will be enough, and I think we're going to do the same here on level 2. But here's the achievements popping. One for completing the first level, or completing a level. I don't know if you could get that on any other level, but anyway. We got all the treasures on one level. I think there's another one for getting a fairy. Here it is. No, that's for getting 3 stars. Is there one more? I'm not sure. Nope, that's it. Alright, now what we're actually going to do is purposely die, jump into the spikes, pick up another achievement for dying. You probably don't need to do that on purpose. You'll probably die trying to get everything else. But there we go. I just wanted to showcase that one. And now we are going to finish the level within the time limit, get all 5 treasures and the fairy. So make sure you just teleport on your jump across there. This one's a bit generous with the time, so we can get the fairy and the time limit and the treasures. Now, if you don't already know, the fairy disappears a short time after starting the level, so you do have to hurry to get the fairy. In some levels, we may even have to get the fairy and then go back for other treasures. But that's it for level 2. Moving on to level 3 now. And once again, this is another level where we're going to get all of the 3 criteria in one playthrough. Grab all the treasures, grab the fairy, and beat the time limit. There we go. Very, very simple start to the game. But they do definitely get a little bit harder as we get closer and closer to finishing 12 levels. Here we are on level 4, and we've already got some more achievements because getting all the treasures on 3 levels gives you an achievement. We'll get another one just for getting the first 3 fairies. And no, they do not give you health, not that we need it anyway. We'll get another one for getting 3 stars on each of the first 3 levels. And another achievement will be just for completing the first 3 levels. Just let those roll in because I don't want them to distract us from how we're going to pass level 4. In level 4, what we're going to do first is we're going to go for the time, but we're going to pick up another achievement. As you can see there, we've got an enemy for the first time, and there's an achievement for defeating your first enemy. So jump ahead. Once you get up here, just throw your dagger out to defeat your first enemy, grab the achievement for that, we'll defeat the second enemy, and we'll just pass the level quickly to beat the time, and then we'll do another playthrough to get the fairy and the 5 treasures. But we're rolling in gamer score so far. Alright, this time we're going to get the fairy and the treasure. Have to go back up this way to get the fairy. Look, I'm sure some of these are possible to get everything all in one playthrough, but I want to just show you guys what I believe would be an easier way so that you're not having to practice and practice and practice. Let's just get this gamer score. Gonna have to get nowhere near the end of the game in order to get the 1000 gamer score. It's a fun little game though, so there's no harm in playing even further, but this video will just cover the first 12 levels and all of the achievements. Alright, moving on to level 5 now. Once again, we're going to be able to get all 5 treasures, the fairy, and beat the time limit all in one run. It's a little bit generous with the time here. If you're stuck at all, just follow what I'm doing, and hopefully that gives you some tips on how to beat each level. It's a bit hard to do commentary and talk you through each and every step because it's quite a quick little fidgety little game. Alright, so level 6, we're going to do 2 separate runs for level 6. And I think for each of the levels from here to level 10, we'll do 2 runs. So the first run I'll do the fairy and the treasures. And if we don't manage to beat the time, we go back and concentrate on just beating the time for the 3 stars. So there we go, we missed it by just over a second. So push X for replay, grab our achievement for beating the first 6 levels. And now we're going to concentrate on beating the level as fast as we can. Or at least beating it within the time limit for the 3 stars. Certainly not difficult. I think it was around level 8 where it got a little bit trickier. Alright, so there's the time. Well under the time. Once again, we'll do a run. We'll grab all the treasures and the fairy. And I'm just leaving that treasure because we're going to be back for it in a second. I need to be quick to get that fairy. And you're going to come back up this way anyway. And you've got to use your dagger teleport to get to that treasure. Finish the level and make sure you push X to replay and come back and beat the time. Once again, on the replay, we're not worrying about the treasures or the fairy. We just need to get the 3 stars. Ooh, nearly fell. There we go. Beat the time by nearly 5 seconds, I think. Moving on to level 8. I found using the teleport at the right time and using it to double jump onto the wall here was definitely important for getting to the fairy on time. So just follow the path I took there and you should be able to get there in time. Once again, we're just focusing on the treasures and we'll come back and do a time run to get the 3 stars. Once you've got the fairy, you can take your time if you're not going for the 3 stars. Just make sure that you're not going to die and get to the end with the fairy. Because the fairy does only count if you get to the end of the level with it. If you die trying to get to the exit, you'll have to do it again and get the fairy again. Alright, so now we're just going to beat the time using a similar path to what we did to get the fairy. Obviously this time though, we're not going to use the teleport over to where the fairy was. And as with the previous levels, fairly easy to make the time when you're not distracted by the treasures or fairy. There we go. So just 3 levels to go now. Once again, we'll do the treasure fairy run first. You just have to be careful with the enemies and the bats now, the new enemy in this game. I use my dagger teleport to evade the bat and turn around and kill it if you can, just to avoid it coming and causing us trouble later on in the level, because it will follow you all the way over here. And we've got to dodge this bat as well using our teleport. So if there was 2 to dodge there, it might have made things a little bit more difficult. But there we go. 5 treasures, fairy found. Now we'll just beat the time. take care of these two bats. And that's it. Simple as that to beat the time on that one. Once again, plenty of time to spare. Nearly 10 seconds. Alright, the final level that we need the fairy and the treasures on. Of course, if you're having trouble with any of the levels, you could skip and get the fairy and the treasures on a different level if you, like I said, if you were having trouble. So we went up and got the fairy. Now we need to come back for this treasure. It's a bit hard to get to the fairy in time if you get that treasure. So I definitely find it easier to do it that way. And the two treasures down this wall, just slide down the wall, make sure you're not pressing to your right, and jump across once you get the final treasure. And once again, we'll have another go now. Without having to go back for anything, we should be able to beat the time. Now, I just realised that the achievements were popping for completing the first 10 levels. So I just wanted to stop the run. And another achievement for getting all treasures on 10 levels. Wait for that to stop so that it's not distracting us. And now I'll do the timed run for the 3 stars. So it's not super quick. I'm not, you know, really rushing anything. I think maybe the times are designed for you to get everything and beat the time, but doing it this way I found a lot easier. Now, the next 2 levels, all we have to do is get to the end. We don't have to worry about 3 stars, we don't have to worry about fairies or treasures, just get to the end to get the achievement for beating 12 levels, and that'll be our final achievement of the game, and we will have 1000 gamer score. The only other thing of note is the new pickup that you can get, which is a sort of a new style tomahawk or something. I'm not sure what it calls itself in game, but it's required to break through these bricks and get to the end of the level. And it'll be the same in level 12. There we go, we got the 3 stars anyway. Didn't quite grab all the treasures, but like I said, all we need to do is get to the end, and we'll do the same here in level 12. We do need to go and grab the axe tomahawk thing in order to break these blocks here. Teleport through, drop down, double jump up to the exit, and there it is. That is the end of the 12th level, guys. That will be our final achievement. It pops as soon as you move on to the next screen. Another 80 gamer score, complete 12 levels, and that's going to be it, guys. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope it's been helpful. I hope you've got your 1000 gamer score and all the achievements. If you enjoy it and it is helpful, please remember to give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, post a comment. I love hearing from you guys. You can show your support on my Patreon page. The link is in the video description. And there's the bell, guys. You know what that means. Class dismissed.